Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my New Moon Magic Manifesting Show. So at around 4 o'clock, 3:54 Eastern Time, the moon went into a super moon, which means that it was as close as it could possibly get to the Earth, which made this new moon a super moon. Now, what's unique about that is that we have not had a super moon this close to the planet since 2009. And what I mean by that is we haven't had a new moon super moon. We're used to seeing the moon look huge as a super moon when it's full, but this time the moon was really all about being very much new. And again, even though it's close to the planet, most of us aren't going to be seeing the new moon. So just know that we're going to still be feeling the energy one way or the other. So when we talk about this type of energy, what's important to keep in mind is that the new moon is always about manifesting, and it's always about creating. That's why I called new moon manifesting, because what we're going to be talking about is setting intentions and really looking to what we would like to create, what we would like to bring into our lives. And we all know that that's based on our thoughts. Where are our thoughts? Where are they taking us? So the important thing to keep in mind about this new moon is that it's in this astrological sign of Gemini. And Gemini, the twins, invites us to look inward. So for those of you that were watching a few weeks back, May the 10th to be exact, we had that full moon energy in Scorpio. And that was really reminding us to release. It was reminding us to let go. And some of you might be still feeling the after effects of that full moon energy. So if you're still feeling a little bit like there's things that you need to release and let go, even though we're talking about setting intentions in this energy, that's okay, because that was an intense full moon. So it's to be expected that you're feeling like, hey, there's still things that I've got to address before I move forward. And as a matter of fact, with this new moon in Gemini, that's exactly what you're being invited to do, to look inward, to really look at your emotions, your feelings. Where are they taking you right now? Chances are you're feeling a bit unsettled, because this new moon and all new moons always invite us to look inward. And going back to what I just said, if there were things that you didn't let go of that maybe were for your better good, then you might even be feeling more unsettled, maybe feeling more like you're in a full moon energy than in a new moon energy. And just to remind everybody, when we talk about a new moon, it's when you look at the sky and visibly you're really not seeing anything. Sometimes you'll see a very thin, like almost a fingernail moon, but for the most part, you're not seeing anything. And even though this is a super moon and very close to the planet, most places on the planet aren't going to be seeing anything physical. So that's okay. But we're still going to be feeling this energy. So the first thing that I want to say is, if you have remnants coming from the full moon in Scorpio of things you did not release, now is the time to do so. With this new moon being so close, it's very powerful. So it's going to really amplify our intentions. The only caveat is that you have to be sure that you've released the old to make way for the new. So if you're looking to maybe increase your own intuitive abilities, which this moon is inviting us to do, take a look if you've got any blocks going on with really examining that. We're going to be talking about the third eye, because in these broadcasts there's certain things that I highlight, and I've started including the chakra to really work on. So we're going to be talking about the third eye, which is located right in the center of your forehead. This is your center of clairvoyance, your center of intuitive ability, whatever it might be. We know that clairvoyance is the ability to see things that aren't physically there. Clairaudience is when you hear something that isn't physically there. Claircognizance, a knowing. You don't know how you know, but you just know. That's a strong intuitive ability of some of you out there. Or clairsentient. You just get feelings about things. Again, not based on anything physical, just based on your own intuitive knowledge. So we're going to be focusing on this because this new moon is inviting us to look at ourselves spiritually. It's a wonderful time to increase those abilities, to really focus on the things that we need to bring to ourselves that come outside our five senses. I say this all the time on my radio show, which is The Night Shift. It airs every Tuesday on W4CY Radio. And I say this all the time. I say, if you are operating just from your physical senses right now with the energy, and now that we have entered, in my opinion, a new way of being on the planet, you're at a decided disadvantage. It's time for you to start trusting that new, wonderful thoughts, ideas that you're getting from the third eye. It's indigo in color, so a deep purple, and we'll be referring to this throughout this talk as we're really looking at how you can expand your own intuitive abilities, because this new moon is inviting us to do that. Now, when we talk about getting our own intuitive information and coming in through this third eye, I always say one of the biggest leaps is going from the third eye to the crown. Now, the crown chakra is violet in color, and this spins right up here, and this is where you take the knowledge that you got from the third eye and you act on it. You trust that information enough, whether it's a feeling, whether it's a knowing. You know, sometimes when we hear that ringing in our ears, that's information being downloaded, or hearing a song that might have a really particular message for you in the lyrics. That's clairaudience. And again, even though you're hearing it physically, there's something very important, a really important message trying to get through to you. And then, as I said before, clairvoyance, which many people are familiar with. And the one thing I want to make sure that you understand is when we talk about clairvoyance, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're seeing something physically that isn't there. I think so many of us are familiar, I'm probably aging myself, with the sixth sense, and about how that boy, you know, saw the deceased people, and even though nobody else could see them, he could see them physically. Where there are clairvoyance like that, but there's also the clairvoyance that you have when you look in your own mind's eye. So know that these abilities are really begging you to pay attention to this intuitive information that you're getting. So if you're somebody that's new to this idea, I strongly suggest maybe picking up an oracle deck. We'll be working with a few of those this evening. So pulling cards for yourself to get some idea of getting some information outside the normal way of getting it. You have a big career decision to make, and you've gotten everybody's input as to what it should be, and you just can't get clear guidance. So sometimes referring to a deck of oracle cards will really help you get that guidance that you're looking for. And the more that you reach to these intuitive sources, the better you'll get at it. And it just is like any muscle that you exercise to build. This third eye, just picture it making little bicep curls. The more you use it, the more you trust it, the more you're going to get the information. And then the big thing is, as I said, that leap to the crown, and this is where you act on the information. So if this is something that you've been thinking about doing or you're working on doing, really bask in this new moon energy and set the intention that you're going to start relying on your intuitive ability more and more. And I know there might be some people listening saying, well, there's only certain people that have these special abilities, and I am here to tell you that is not true. Each and every one of you out there listening has got an intuitive talent that you can really rely on. So I've worked with so many students where I've brought complete strangers into a class where I've had them reading each other by the end of a few hours. And just again, by letting down all the barriers, letting down all the naysays, and just trusting that information. So as I said previously, Gemini is asking us to take a look at our thoughts. Remember that our thoughts are the only thing that we really do control. We can't really control so many of our circumstances, so many of the challenges that come up for us. But what we can control is our reaction to these challenges. So Gemini asks us, look at your thoughts. Where are they? Okay? We're looking to set an intention. There's something you want to create and bring into your life right now. And when you think about it, how does it make you feel? That's your barometer. How does it make you feel when you think the thought of creating something? The more and more energy you can put into bringing that thought to a feeling good place, the more powerful it would be. So say, for instance, you would like to be published, and you have got your manuscript ready, you're all set to go. Then this new moon energy, first of all, maybe get into a little meditation and look at, see if there's things that you need to let go. Are you hearing somebody in your head that's telling you all the reasons why nobody's going to publish your manuscript? And if that's the case, then create an affirmation. I am grateful. We always want to punch it up with some gratitude. I am grateful that my manuscript is published now. Very strong, very powerful intention, and you're amping it up with gratitude. If you hear that chatter in your mind of all the reasons why it's never going to happen, immediately switch to that affirmation that you've created. Often when we talk about suffering, and I think there's all certain kinds of suffering, and I think that our thoughts play a big part in it. What's going on right now in the sadness with so many people in Manchester, and we send our thoughts and prayers out to those people. There's certainly those that have lost loved ones are suffering. But what we look at with something like this is, what is the takeaway blessing from this? Where can we find something? And believe me, I know, in situations, it can be impossible. But when you look at something like this, what is your takeaway from it? What is it that you want to really be able to put out there that's going to make you feel better? And that's always the thing that you're striving to do. You're always striving to make yourself feel better. So if you're watching the news and you get depressed and think the world is just not a nice place, what you want to do is have a thought that will make you feel a little bit better. Maybe look at some of those Facebook posts, or actually looking at the Manchester situation. There was actually a post on Facebook that there were 2 homeless men that helped some of these injured people and talked all about what they did. And for one man, they immediately set up a GoFundMe account. I believe another man was offered an apartment. A beautiful article about how these men were really panhandling and just were there, and rather than walking away from all the chaos that we can only imagine was going on at that time, they chose to help. So that's the type of idea that I'm talking about, looking at the good wherever you can find it to make you feel a little bit better, thinking about the perpetrator and the negative energy that was coming from that, and yet you've got this beautiful blessed energy that people are reacting to of those that were helping one another. So new moon, Gemini, looking inward, examining your thoughts. It's about communication as well. We're not going to focus on the throat chakra, but let's talk a little bit about that. How are you with speaking your truth? Getting this intuitive information. Maybe some of it is telling you about a relationship where you really need to be honest with somebody that's maybe inadvertently hurting your feelings, or maybe it could be somebody that you really need to step into your power with. Then you use that throat chakra, the beautiful sky blue. You've got your information. Maybe you don't even need the third eye, because this person really just can be very aggravating and always maybe kind of pushing you around a little bit. And it's really the time now to step into your power, speak your truth, and let this person know how you feel. So a lot of agitation going on, but in a very positive way. So know that if you're feeling a bit of this discord, that it's coming from a good place. And you can use this energy and allow it to overwhelm you and not utilize it, or you can grasp it and really use it so that you can intend what it is you would like to bring into your life. This is all about manifesting, all about creating, bringing those desires in. And as we talk about that, the angel that I chose for today, and I know these come up backwards, this is clairvoyance. So it's exactly what we were talking about. This is from the Archangel Power deck, I believe. Let me just get that name right. Archangel Oracle deck, and it's by Doreen Virtue. And now this is the angel I selected, Archangel Raziel, known as the angel who knew the secrets of God. He wrote an esoteric book, or so it's said, that he wrote an esoteric book that actually helped Noah build the ark. All these legends around this angel. His colors are the rainbow, as we can see from this beautiful list of colors here. What's great about calling Archangel Raziel is he's all about magic. He's all about intentions. He's all about making wishes come true. So focus on this angel with this new energy. He's really going to assist you. That's Archangel Raziel, R-A-Z-I-E-L. Colors associated with him are the rainbow. So a great angel to call. The crystal that I'm going to recommend to get us and help us in this energy is fluorite. Okay, now fluorite, really, I have a beautiful fluorite pyramid actually in my other house. This really helps you bring things under control. I keep this in by my computer because it kind of reminds you to just keep things organized. It's also a great manifesting stone. So this is a small piece of fluorite, definitely something that will assist you with this energy that we're feeling, just clarifying, keeping things together. One of the things that I would suggest is we're looking at intentions is maybe focus on a priority. The fluorite's going to help you not feel overwhelmed, not feel like you've got so much going on. So just allow yourself to really maybe make a list and prioritize, especially if you're doing releasing as well. Release the things that no longer serve you and then bring in that priority list of the things that you want to manifest, the things you want to bring into your life. So fluorite will really help you with that. The essential oil I'm going to recommend is peppermint. All of us know the beautiful peppermint candies that you can pop in your mouth to freshen your breath. Or peppermint to me will always be a candy cane. I always think about candy canes with peppermint. But as an essential oil, it's a wonderful oil to pep you up and also to bring peace. Now that might sound contradictory, but it's interesting. I have some that I will dab behind my neck. I'll put it right like behind my ear, right in the middle of my neck. And what I find is at first it's almost like boom, and it kind of, really gets my energy pumped up. And then the other thing I will feel is after kind of that boom, I'll get this relaxation feel. So peppermint has that almost dual quality where not only will it give you a little amp to your energy, it's also going to bring you peace and also going to help settle you down a bit. So again, peppermint, great oil to use. And remember what I say about all these oils when I recommend them. Your nose knows. So if this isn't an oil that agrees with you, you always want to do the same thing with crystal. If you feel the fluoride, it just doesn't seem quite right to you, then that's fine. You go with what you enjoy, what really makes sense to you. That's the most important thing. Although I think just about everybody likes peppermint, but who knows? It could be annoying to you. I strongly suggest you do grab some type of an essential oil whenever we're working with these energies to help you. And last but not least, we are going to pull a beautiful hibiscus flower. And this is from Robert Reeves, Flower Therapy. And these are just such an incredible flower. And I love being here in Florida because these grow and it's wonderful. They're very, very much a flower that's often associated with Hawaii. And the message that's coming to us through this flower is unity. Unity not only in your relationships with your loved ones, with your relationships with your friends. Certainly that's what you're being asked to do as well. But unity also realizing that we are all one. We are all connected. And again, when we have a tragedy as we just had, it really makes us realize that we are all part of this human family. And we open our hearts and reach out to the people that are suffering and send them our love and send them our prayers and help in any way we possibly can because we feel their pain. So to feel that we're islands and don't have all of that is kind of naive because we really do feel everybody's pain. So this is hibiscus reminding us, and it's a great flower too. I mean, I'm lucky that I can grow it outdoors, but when I'm in Buffalo, I sometimes will get a plant and grow it indoors. Just really makes you feel happy. Beautiful blossoms, hibiscus. Okay, so I am going to take a look. I know we've got some yes, Sarah is asking, is fluorite that green, purple, translucent stone? Yes, it is, Sarah. And it's definitely, you'll find it comes in all different colors. Let me just grab it again so you can see it. I know my lighting isn't terrific up here, but it's a bluish green and it is transparent. So Claire is saying she's allergic to peppermint on skin, but like burning it. And that is a really great point. Sarah, thank you for bringing that up, because what will happen with essential oils, some of them you're not supposed to put directly on your skin. Be very cognizant of that. Like when I'm ever recommending an oil, I'm always recommending it as something that you're inhaling. Just kind of, you know, waving it under your nose in the bottle. If you are going to apply it to your skin, you have to read directions. Most of them recommend a carrier oil that you will add your essential oil to, and then you can dab it if you want to wear it. But you have to be very cognizant of that because they can be very strong. So thank you. That's an excellent point. Again, I'm talking about inhaling, not applying. You have to make sure that that's not what you're doing. Many people use diffusers where you can put a couple drops, and really they've got so many nice ones out now where you can just get into the inhaling. But again, if you want to wear it, that's okay too. Just make sure that you have a carrier oil so that it doesn't cause any distress to your skin, any problems there. Okay, so let's see. Let me just look at some of these. Okay, so Maria is looking for a reading. Now, I'm going to be doing mini readings throughout this, however long I end up going. I do my best to get to as many people as I can. These are mini readings, so they're short. Obviously, I'm not going to get into lengthy readings. Just a reminder that I do have a website. It's my name, SusanDentino.com, and all my services are listed. So if you want a lengthy reading, you really have got some questions, maybe even something is knowing what to do with this energy, how to set your intention, get your guardian angel names, things like that. Please feel free to book a service with me. I would love to talk to you, and I've got all rates, all different time frames, so I'm sure you could find something that's affordable, and that's SusanDentino.com. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I should probably introduce myself. I'm assuming most of you that are tuning in know who I am, but I am Susan Dentino. I come at least twice a month and do these moon Facebook Lives. I'm really enjoying working with this energy and really assisting you in any way that I can. I'm a published author with Hay House. The name of my book is Songs of My Life, Slightly Out of Tune, and it's a humorous approach to all the little lessons I've learned, some big lessons throughout my life. I also have a children's book out called A Year of Me, Butterfly Blessings, a meditation CD, and quite a few meditations that are available on my website. As a matter of fact, right now I have a free download on the home page of my website, which is a heart chakra opening guided meditation. So again, with what you're really looking to release, and this whole We Are One thing could be very beneficial. And Maria's going, okay, when are you going to do my reading? All right, so I did all the paperwork, and I'm going to be using Sandra Taylor, her deck, and this is an energy deck, and I just thought this was something interesting, a little bit different of a deck, but I thought I would use something a little bit different. I actually used this last night on my radio show as well. So you are looking for advice from the angels regarding finding work that is aligned with my purpose. Wow. And here we have Archangel Shamuel, And isn't this interesting? And he's talking about the third chakra. So first of all, Archangel Samuel is coming in and he would like to work with you. The number here is 37. Not sure if that has some relevance to you, but that's a number that has come up. I always tell people, if I don't get right away, I know 3 is a sacred number. And if there's something about the number that resonates with you, I invite you to take it. The third chakra is the creative, the sacral chakra, which is located right around your male-female organs. So just know that this gentleman, and I feel that this is a masculine energy angel, has come in because he's telling you you've got something creative to do. So what I'm seeing around you is that there is something creative that's looking to be born. It's really important, Maria, that the next job that you get, and I feel like it's going to be coming up soon, is going to be more in line with what you enjoy. I think what happens is that you're often looking at so many different reasons as to take certain positions. Make sure that whenever you go, you're very clairsentient, that's your strong intuitive ability. Make sure whenever you go, any type of job hunting, that you're always going to the place that you're going to work before you accept the position, because how you feel is going to give you huge information if you're going to enjoy it. I'm seeing August around you. I'm not saying you're going to have to wait that long, but I feel that August is going to be a very significant month for you in really getting you to where it is that you want to be. I know you've been very patient with all of this, but I really think that you're putting a little bit too much pressure on yourself. So what I'm seeing around this is giving yourself some time to relax, enjoy it, and just know that things are going to work out. But it's definitely something to do with something creative. So maybe purchase an orange candle. That's the color of the sacral chakra. Just remind yourself the importance of staying creative. You need that. Even if right now you get involved with a hobby that's going to allow you to do that, it's really important that you honor that part of yourself. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see who else we have here. And again, I'm just kind of looking at this. Okay, so here we have Gustavo. And please bear with me if there's anybody that I'm mispronouncing their name. I apologize. And that kind of slipped away. But I did get to read that. Gustavo is saying that he's having problems sleeping. And it's very interesting that you say that, Gustavo, because I can tell you that last night, I'm not exaggerating, I think I slept about 2 hours. So when I started getting ready to do this, I'm looking, thinking, oh my gosh, the bag's under my eyes from not sleeping because I just didn't sleep. I definitely feel it has something to do with this energy that we've got going on right now. So just acknowledge that and know that I feel with you, it's got to do with releasing. So keep in mind that there might be some things that you haven't let go of. And I see your mind being in overdrive. So even though you might not be getting the sleep that you would like to be getting, meditation would be huge for you because it's going to help you get the rest even though you're not physically sleeping. So I am going to, so the advice I'm getting from your angels definitely has something to do with meditation. And I'm going to pull from the Angel Oracle cards, the Archangel Oracle cards, and these are by Doreen Virtue Gustavo, and let's see what comes up for you. And this is Archangel Azrael coming in, and he's saying counselor. Now, whenever I talk about these angels as male or female, we do know that angelic energy really doesn't have a sex, but they will appear as one way or the other to you. I always use Archangel Gabriel as an example because Archangel Gabriel always comes to me as female energy, and there's many pictures depicted of Archangel Gabriel as being male. So whatever really resonates with you is right for you. So Archangel Azrael Azrael is an angel that comes in. The fact that he's using the word counselor, what I'm seeing around this, Gustavo, is that you're somebody that everybody likes to talk to and maybe at times bring their problems to. You're a natural counselor. So your angels are coming in to remind you that you've really got to make sure that you cut your cords, okay? So when we talk about cutting cords, what we're saying is that whenever we are helping somebody, talking to somebody on the phone, energetic cords get built. So this is coming in to say, cut those cords. I release you with love and light. Again, this is all intention. It doesn't have to be anything formal. I release you with love and light, and you name the person, and you're just saying, you know what? I need my energy. You keep yours, and I'm just going to release you. So I have a feeling that might be going on. Archangel Azrael also is an angel that helps our deceased loved ones cross over and also helps our deceased loved ones go to the light. And Archangel Azrael works with us with grief. So I'm also feeling, Gustavo, this is somebody, and I'm feeling a male energy that's trying to get your attention from the other side. So this could have something to do with your unrest. I'm seeing your dream time is being very vivid too. So when you do sleep, it's almost like you wake up and feel like you haven't. So meditation, huge for you right now because it's going to assist you in at least feeling rested. And I'm seeing like you doing some kind of list making and letting go of those things that you need to let go of. Ask Archangel Azrael to help you cut your cords so that you're not feeling so fatigued. So Gustavo, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking through this. Oh, look at Claire saying how taxi drivers offered free lifts for people. Yeah, see, this is what I mean when we're looking to, thank you, Jean, for the love and blessings. I really do thank you for that. I'm always, this is me trying to multitask. Oh, okay. So Gris is asking, hi, Susan, happy new moon. Happy new moon to you with all emojis, which I love. We've got the unicorn and the rainbow. So cool you use the rainbow when we're talking about Archangel Azrael. Can you tell me if I will be able to live in San Diego, California again? Gris, I'm getting a yes on that. I feel though it might take a little bit of time. I feel so much right now. The energy in our manifesting is moving a little bit slowly. And again, going back to that full moon in Scorpio. So what I would recommend you do is really set your intention. Visualize where you would like to live in San Diego and see yourself living there now. Be in gratitude for finding that perfect place in San Diego. It's affordable, it's exactly what you would like, and it's just the perfect place for you. Set that intention. I am grateful for my perfect home in San Diego. Write it down, put it somewhere. I feel, again, I don't know, August just keeps popping in for me with these readings this evening. So I'm going to say I feel like by August, but I know that you have a lot of questions like how am I going to be able to afford it and that kind of thing. But I'm definitely seeing a move for you, and I feel that that's a really good energy. So I'm going back to the Sandra Brown cards, Sandra Taylor rather. Cards. I don't know why I always want to call her Sandra Brown. I think there's an author with the name Sandra Brown, and I think that's why I'm always saying that. But this is Energy Oracle by Sandra Taylor. And you got the number 9, Broken Heart. Okay, so this is the way I'm interpreting this. Number 1, number 9, that's all about the 3s. And I think for you, it's really saying that you are being divinely helped. I have a feeling this broken heart has something to do with your past and a healing time that you're going through right now. So when we talk about manifesting, creating intention, I think for you it could be a bit of a challenge. So this broken heart is really symbolizing to me that it's really important that you need to release and let go. What I'm seeing around this is some forgiveness, and it could be self-forgiveness in addition to whomever it is that you need to forgive. So as we can see, even though this heart is broken, it's together. So this is signifying that you are mending your broken heart. And this is why I think a move is really significant and important for you. But know that you're healing now. Know that you're being divinely helped. Create that affirmation that I talked about, and just, I'm seeing this around you. So we'll find out how it works out for you. I think it's going to be great. Thank you so much, Chris, for tuning in. I appreciate it. One of the things that I would invite you to do as you're creating these intentions is to make sure that you write them down. I feel writing is such a powerful way to really getting that intention in your head. Now, I know for some people, I couldn't believe how they're actually at places not teaching cursive, but I know that the handwriting, with some people, they just don't do it, and you could certainly type it on a computer or whatever, but I find that putting your intention on a Post-it note and putting it where you're going to see it quite a bit during the day. So for instance, I've got affirmations on my computer. I have affirmations on my mirror, so I see them in the morning. You know, it all depends on what I'm dealing and what it is I'm trying to create. So getting something very much an affirmation is always in the present tense, as if that is your truth now. You wouldn't say, I want a home in San Diego, I want a significant other. You would say, I am grateful that I have a significant other in my life. It's always, like I say, you make it, you fake it till you make it, and then put it so that anytime your mind starts telling you all the reasons why it's not going to be that way, that you realize that you've got something to say that's going to send that energy out to really create what it is that you would like to create. So best way to do your affirmations. And I do want to remind everybody that I will get this up and on Facebook immediately, but in case you get a mini reading or want to re-listen, it will be up on Facebook. I put it on my YouTube station, which is my YouTube channel, which is my name, and also on the homepage of my website. So probably by tomorrow, I don't know if I'll get to it this evening, get all of that done, but just know that it's available. So if you need to re-listen to it, you've got a few options to use. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Okay. Okay, so Betty is saying, hi, thank you for doing this, and it's my pleasure. You are welcome. I want to know about conceiving a baby. Will I have difficulties conceiving? Okay, first of all, the angel that we want to work with whenever we're looking for anything to do with childbirth is Archangel Gabriel. So when you're looking to conceive, when you're in labor and want it to be easy, we call on Archangel Gabriel. And just a reminder that Archangel Gabriel is credited with telling Mother Mary that Jesus was going to be born. So that's a wonderful angel to call. What I'm getting for you immediately is a yes on that. I'm feeling that it might take a little bit of time. The word that's coming up for me is patience, but don't feel that there's going to be anything. I see you being very enthused, and I think there's a part of you that can be a little bit impatient. So when I talk about patience, I'm talking about divine timing. I'm not seeing that this is going to take an inordinate amount of time, but what I feel like is that you're going to get a bit concerned if it doesn't happen as quickly as you think it should. So the message that really your angels want you to take away from this is not to start looking at worst case scenario. So it is going to happen for you, and just know that, trust that, and let's see what angel comes up for you. Okay, wow, Archangel Shamuel really wants to make his presence known. And this is Archangel Chamuel saying career transition. Okay, so what does this have to do with your question? Well, this is for those of you that do readings or are interested in readings. This is one of those answers that seems to have nothing to do with Betty's question. But here it is, career transition. Now, the first thing I do when I look at this card, besides seeing the words, is I see this, what to me really, with the blossoms and everything else, a very female presence that to me looks very fertile. And it's almost even like this little symbol here seems to be really saying to me, yes, this is going to happen. Career transition to me, rather than being something that you're going to step into a new job, I feel you're going to step into a new role. So Archangel Chamuel is coming in to say that yes, you are going to conceive. And it's saying your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So, very much so, a part of your life purpose could be, well, is giving birth to this child. Often what happens is we get very caught up in all of the formalities of what our life purpose is, and we expect it to be something that, you know, speaking to 20,000 people. Being a mother is one of the most sacred jobs that you can have. So I really feel this is coming in to say that your career transition is going to be all about becoming a mom. And I see this happening for you, Betty. Only thing I'm seeing is make sure that you allow yourself some patience. What I'm getting here is enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. So thank you, Betty, for tuning in. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Keep on losing this. I'm going to scroll up here. Let's see. And I want to thank Sherry because I believe she's the one who's pinning these for me. My BFF Sherry there with her new moon energy. Okay, let's see what else we have. All right, so let's just give some shout outs to Terry and Vicky, Lori and Nicole, Lisa, and Carrie. Okay, so Lori is saying she's emotional and irritated. Well, Lori, I don't think you're alone with this energy because I think that's what it's doing. What I'm visualizing for so many of us is like one of those bubbling witches' cauldrons. And I'm not saying we're witches, but I think many of us feel like we're witches, kind of stirring the pot and feeling all that frustration bubbling up. What's really important to remember in this energy is that allow yourself to feel your emotions. If you feel angry, allow yourself to feel that anger. Like I said in the beginning, maybe there's somebody that you need to stand into your power with. Maybe this frustration is all based on you not getting to a point where you can speak your truth. And when I talk about speaking your truth, just to clarify, I'm not saying that anybody's running around lying. What I am saying is that sometimes we submerge our feelings. Rather than expressing how we feel, we submerge our feelings. When we talk about speaking our truth, what we're talking about is really allowing ourselves to express exactly how we feel. So Lori, I'm going to pull an angel for you, and let's see who's going to help you get through this, this emotional and frustrating time. Oh boy. He had a jumper, so let's see, that jumped right out of the deck. And that's what we call a card when it jumps out of the deck, a jumper. Wow. Okay, life review. And this is Archangel Jeremiah. Jeremiah is a great angel to call when we are looking for answers, looking at our past, looking at the things that we've learned, the things we want to release. Archangel Jeremiah wants to work with you right now, Lori, and really assist you in getting to the bottom of why you're feeling frustrated. I feel like the emotions that you're going through right now, again, going back to that bubbling cauldron, I feel like you're just at the point before you're going to start to boil over. So before you start to get to that churn, Archangel Jeremiah is asking you to take a look. I really want to remind you to watch your self-talk because I think you can tend to be a little bit hard on yourself. Make sure, for you, I would love to see you list all the things that make you wonderful, Lori, all of the positive things that you have, and embrace that, because I feel that either you or somebody else is holding you to standards that the word I'm getting is impossible. So I don't know if you're a bit of a perfectionist, maybe you have some of that Virgo energy going on, but definitely somebody's holding you to a standard that is very challenging to keep. Take a look at who that might be. Archangel Jeremiah is reminding you to really take a look, maybe do a little bit of journaling, writing, meditating, to see if you can get the answer to what's at the root of this frustration. And if it's a somebody, and if it's yourself, acknowledge that and start finding ways you can be kinder to yourself, finding ways that your self-talk can be much more positive than it is now. So Archangel Jeremiah, Lori, thank you so much for tuning in, and hopefully we'll get you feeling a little bit better. Would that include old fears or worries? Yes, Vicki, it would. And when we worry about something, Doreen Virtue always used to say that worrying is praying for something that you don't want. We want to try, again, to have those affirmations in place. And I know there's a lot of talk out there that positive thinking can be a bit Pollyanna and doesn't work at times. And I really personally know that sometimes things happen to us in life that we can be the most positive thinkers in the world and stuff just happens. And that's when we have to see the bigger picture and figure it out. And when you're in the midst of it, nobody's expecting that. If you're grieving, if you're mad, you have to give yourself permission to feel your feelings. I hope that's the one takeaway you get from this session, because it is so much with this new moon about our feelings, expressing our feelings, honoring our feelings. So really know that that's really very important as we're looking at this energy. So if there are fears that you have or worries that you have, what it does is it lowers your vibration. The high vibrational things, love, gratitude, joy, all of these things are up here where all the abundance is in life, good health, money, all of these things are vibrating up there. So we want to try as much as possible, think feeling good thoughts that bring us up there, that make us feel better. So when we're fearful and when we're worried, what it does is it lowers our vibration, and then we tend to attract the flat tires and the things we don't really want in our life. I truly believe that there are only two things in life, and there's love and there's fear. And we're always coming from one place or the other. So we need to stop and ask ourselves, for instance, if you're not taking that next step in really looking at a different job, the position you're in right now isn't always toxic, but it's comfortable, and you just don't want to start sending your resume out there, then ask yourself what you're afraid of. What are, is it failure? Is it making a mistake? What is it that you're afraid of? And those are the things under this energy, because again, we've still got that full moon energy we're working with. Under this energy, just look at these fears. Maybe you saw your mother or father be unemployed, and so the fact that you would try and change jobs, make a mistake, become unemployed, this would be a fear that you have. And again, it's going to keep you from your joy, keep you from the things that you really want to experience. So yes, fears, worries are definitely things that you need to release now. Hey, Leslie's saying hi from Las Vegas. And Sharon is asking, what message do my angels have for me today? Okay, so let's see. Sharon, we'll pull an angel card for you. Archangel Oracle cards. And, healthy lifestyle. Here's Archangel Raphael. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. I believe, Sharon, this card has come in, and what I'm seeing around you is play. I'm feeling that you're a pretty healthy eater. I think your sleep also might be a bit of an issue right now, but I think so many of us are going through that right now because of this supermoon energy. But what I'm seeing around you is some of our fairy friends flitting around, and I feel like you don't get enough playtime in. Maybe take things a little bit too seriously. This is Archangel Raphael, and he's come in to remind you about about a healthy lifestyle. Often we think that to do anything that's too playful, maybe I'm really even seeing silliness around this. We sometimes say, well, hey, I don't have time for it. It's not something that really is necessary. And playtime is extremely necessary. So Sharon, I'm really feeling that this is a bit of a tap on the shoulder for you from Archangel Raphael, reminding you the importance of play. What I would suggest is maybe 5-10 minutes. Well, we're going into a holiday weekend, actually, so you'd actually be able to really schedule in some playtime. So do it. Do something fun just for the sake of having fun. I'm seeing water around you, Sharon. I'm not sure if you live near water, but water is a very healing thing for you. So I'm feeling like sea salt bath might be great to help you replenish some of that energy. Archangel Raphael here. So thanks so much for tuning in. Okay, let's see. Hello to Julie, Deanna. Okay. I would love a mini reading, career, life, purpose. Any messages for me? And it's interesting because I find this when I'm doing my radio show as well, that there always seems like there's a theme. Usually I pull a card each and every week at the very beginning of the show, and that's the card for everybody if I don't get to all the readings. Because I always have a little something like this past, yesterday we were talking about releasing and renewing. So I always have a subject, and then I get to the little readings that I do. And I always find that based on whatever that first card is that I pulled, that tends to be the theme of the night. If it's a romantic card, it seems people are looking for soulmates. So I'm finding that today, it seems this is very much geared towards life purpose and career, and a perfect time to be focusing on this. Setting an intention to find the type of job that you feel would be more in line. One of the things that I'm finding is that people are having a difficult time, a challenging time, being in energy that before they used to tolerate. So in other words, if you worked in a position that you were really able to do because it earned a specific amount of money and it fulfilled those obligations and you were able to do it even though it didn't really make your heart sing. What I'm finding, and I think it's because of the energy on the planet right now, is that now it's getting more and more of a challenge to do that. So many people are looking for other jobs because it's just one of those things that they feel they have to do, that they can't tolerate what they used to be able to tolerate, even something as little as a year ago. So let's see who's coming in for you, Deanna. Well, I don't make this stuff up. This is Archangel Chamuel again, and he says, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. And what I'm getting with this is I'm getting this is twofold. I really feel this has a lot to do with you being a soulmate for yourself. So when we're talking about your life purpose and your career, I think much of what I've said is really resonating with you. In other words, what is it that makes your heart sing? I think there's a part of you that doesn't even know what makes your heart sing. So this Chamuel really, now this is 3 cards that we've pulled with him coming in. So he really wants to be with us this evening, really letting us know he's very much the peaceful angel as well. He reminds us about peace, great angel to call to bring us all together in a peaceful way. So he's definitely saying that you want to make sure that whatever it is that you choose to do, and I always feel the word soulmate can be used in an abundant amount of ways. So in other words, we can look at a soulmate traditionally as a loved one in a romantic relationship, or a soulmate as being a best friend. A soulmate as being somebody that we work with that just seems to click. You could have a great partnership with that. I'm feeling somebody's going to be coming into your life that's really going to assist you in taking the next step in your career path. So Archangel Chamuel is asking you to be open. And this could be a romantic thing, but I'm not feeling that. I feel like this has more to do with somebody coming in that's going to assist you in really finding that job of your dreams and really helping you so that each and every morning when you get up to go to work. You're like doing like, you know, those little kicks they do to the side. You're very excited about it. I'm seeing this coming up for you, and I'm getting a lot of sevens around this, and I don't feel it's going to take 7 months. I'm not seeing it's going to be that long, but a 7 has a significance here. So it could be in 7 weeks, it could be on the 7th of a month, but there's a number 7 that's coming up that's significant for that. So this is Archangel Chamuel, and I leave you with that. And I've got time for one more reading before I have to say goodnight. Okay, Nicole. Do the angels see healing happening in my relationship with my sister? Our relationship has been estranged for a few years now, and my efforts to reach out and mend it have failed. Oh, you know, that really, Nicole, that is something that I always think when we have families and we can't really come together as families. I always think, how do we expect countries to get along when we can't get along? The first thing I'm seeing around this, Nicole, is that, and I know this is hard, but this is what I'm getting, is not to take it personally. I feel like there's things going on in your sister's life that it's almost like she has a real issue with opening her heart. And I feel like whatever it was that caused this rift between the two of you was a relatively minor thing that happened at the wrong time. I feel that right now when I look at her energetically, she still seems to be a bit closed. And again, whenever we're doing readings like this for somebody that basically hasn't given me permission to do a reading, I never go deep. But when I look energetically at the situation, I see a door and the door is closed. So that's telling me right now there's probably not an opportunity to get that reconciliation that you're looking for. However, I am feeling, and I'm really going to trust it's not going to take that long, but I'm feeling like the holidays this year are going to be extremely significant, or a holiday of some kind, whether it's somebody's birthday, some occasion is going to come up that is going to really force the two of you to have to be together. And that's going to be because I'm seeing the door opening then and a lightness surrounding her energy. But there's something going on with your sister that really holds her back from accepting these beautiful olive branches. Archangel Chamuel is a great angel to call again for peace, and because he's come up so much. Archangel Raguel, and it's Raguel, is another great angel to call when you have disagreements and asking for peace to come to a situation. So I'm just going to see what other angel comes up for you. And let's see. Shuffle, shuffle. Oh my gosh. Well, here's relationship harmony. Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So, what this would be indicative of is that it's it's some kind of an abstract holiday, because this card coming in like this very much answers your question that yes, this is going to be resolved, and it seems it's going to happen sooner rather than later. Time is always very relative whenever anybody's doing a reading, so always just make sure that you really pay attention to that whole idea that there's always, like, you know, if somebody says a certain amount of time, that can always be a little bit different. For instance, a couple of years ago, my friend kept on saying, when am I going to sell my house? When am I going to sell my house? And I said, I see August. And August came and August went. And then the next year in August, she sold her house. So, you know, it can certainly happen. Relationship harmony, Nicole, strong hit. Archangel Raguel, as I mentioned before, is letting you know that you and your sister will reconcile. And thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, so it is time for me to say goodnight. Just a reminder, new moon in Gemini, a time to look inward. a time to set intentions, a time to release. So first what we're going to do is we're going to release, and then we're going to set our intentions. Work on what it is that we would like to manifest. I recommend you working with Archangel Raziel, the beautiful magic angel that will help us with our manifesting. Remember the rainbow that surrounds him. Fluorite would be a great crystal for you to pick up, helps get things organized, helps bring clarity. So as you're going through this releasing and renewing, the fluorite will help you to just clear out the cobwebs and bring the things in that you want to bring in. The flower is hibiscus, so if you're looking to plant something maybe indoors or out, hibiscus and peppermint, wonderful essential oil to pep you up a bit and also relax you. So thank you so much. I will be back broadcasting live from the full moon, and make sure that you have plenty of notice to come and visit me then. And as always, I know that you have ways that you could be spending this time. For those of you that I didn't get to, maybe next time, let me know if you've tuned in, and just drop me a little message under this, and I'll make sure that I get to you as much as I possibly can with these little readings. Thank you. Just a reminder, I'm Susan Dentino, active fan page here on Facebook, as well as my website. Come on over and visit. I would love to have you there. Take care, everybody. Happy new moon, and have a wonderful night.